The good people don't steal. The women don't prostitute. Idegun migrated from Benin, from a quarter in Benin known as Idegun. Okoimalo had 3 children, of which Idegun is the eldest child. The others are, then you have the most cultural one, which is called Igbabonani. Igbabonani is a unique dance.
This channel was created to record and preserve the history of the Idegun people. Idegun is a village in Anwain located in Etsako West local government area of Edo State, Nigeria, Africa. With many of our indigenes scattered across the world, it becomes incumbent to record, show, and preserve her rich history and culture for her children alive now and those to come.
My name is Alhaji Sufyanu Akhigbe Abdulmalik. I am from Idegun village in Anwain clan of Etsako West local government. Before you know who are Idegun people, it is better to know what makes Idegun. Let me give a brief background of Idegun. Idegun is a village in Etsako West local government, in Anwain Etsako West local government. Idegun migrated from Benin, from a quarter in Benin known as Idegun. That's how they came. That's how Idegun came about. And they migrated under their ancestor, what I would call the father, Opohimalo. Opohimalo had 3 children, of which Idegun is the eldest child. The others are Uzoki, then Iyoba. These are the 3 children of Opohimalo. And these are the 3 children Opohimalo migrated to the present location of Idegun. And he migrated as a result of war in Benin and hardship. And in order to save his children and family, he decided to go interior, to go inside the interior. He first of all settled at a place in Irua, present Esan. But when he felt that the heat was still coming, he decided to go inward, and that is where he now settled in a place where you now call Idegun. The very shrine of that Opohimalo that is where he was buried is in Idegun. So in the bridge, this is the migration of Idegun from Benin to where the present location. And further, as I said earlier, what makes Idegun? Idegun has families. Let me briefly also touch that, because you cannot have a village without knowing the people or the family. The family of Idegun are not in a particular order. Omiyonge family, Ikpiya family, Osele family, Ojan family, Azomo family, Ozene family, and Origi family. That Origi family is now known as Saki family. With development and increase in population, autonomy was granted to additional families such as Akinede, Asoide, Aziben, and Ebe. These are the families that make up Idegun. So that is Idegun in a nutshell. We speak Esan mixed with Etsako because of interaction with the Etsako people now. So that is why we are unique in Etsako, where we belong, because we do everything. We speak Esan dialect and speak Etsako dialect. The same thing reflects in our culture and tradition. As I said, with having the background of Ishan, that is Esan and Etsako, it also reflects on the dances of the Idegun people. Since we are more or less Esan people, the traditional dances of Idegun, they say they are one Asonu, which we call Abayon. Then you have the most cultural one, which is called Igbabonaimi. Igbabonaimi is a unique dance which is predominantly performed by the initiated people. In Idegun, we don't call that the dance masquerade. Rather, it is spiritual. It is the spirit that you see in form of masquerade. And let me briefly, for the purpose of this documentary, how did that dance came about? From history, Igbabonaimi was discovered by hunters. A hunter who went to the bush to hunt for animals. And he saw a sort of dance by people he looked as spirits. And when he saw it like that, he was marveled. Then he came home and reported, say, this is what he found. So with that, it was imprinted in his mind and so on. And being the spiritual this thing, immediately the people started to see it and started to do it. That is Igbabonaimi. And it's just like that of the Isha or Esa. But the difference is that, as I say, in Idegun or Anwain clan as a whole, it is not masquerade that perform, but it is spirit that perform. And why are they spirits? Those masquerade or what we saw are the descendants or the ancestors of the people that own those animals. And we don't call it spirit masquerade. We call it animal. It is their ancestors, like their father, their grandfather, also, that the children now reincarnate and make them to come out in form of what we see as animal. And that is where they dance. Then the other dance is civil, that is Abayon or Asono. By all these are performed by men. While the first one is performed purely by initiated people, but the Abayon is performed generally by both men and women. Women join the Abayon. Then another dance that is predominantly by women is Injelege. We also call Okakagbe. It is women that dance that. Then we have another one that is danced by both men and women. And that is Injelege, or this is also called Ojeke. Then the other dance that is done by both men and women is Uleke. These are dances that are very colorful and very interesting. But because of and it is done by young men, men and women. But because of this urbanization, people going to the urban, these dances are almost fading away because we don't have the young people to practice all those dances now in the village. So, however, these are the dances of Idegun people. Initially, after the migration, after the settlement, before the advent of current, what I would call deported religions, like Christianity and Islam, we were practicing traditional religion. That's what our people were practicing. But with the advent of Christianity and Islam, Idegun predominantly becomes an Islamic community. Initially, as I said, they practice traditional religion. But when Islam came in, they embraced Islam and predominantly they became Muslim. But later, with the same development as well, other religions like Christianity and so on crept in. So you have Idegun people who are Muslim, you have Idegun people who are Christian. But still here you have pockets who practice traditional religion. But most importantly is that with all this religion or these practices, Idegun people live harmoniously. They live together. There is no conflict, no religious divided. So that is Idegun. Religion does not divide them. They practice most of the two predominantly religion, that is Islam and Christianity. And as I said, still have pockets of those who practice traditional religion. How do we look? Well, we look like the typical African people, Edo people. We have, our complexion is black and, or let's say, brown or yellow in the local parlance. We don't have a particular color. You have some black Idegun people. You have fair complexion Idegun people. Idegun cultural dress code, like from the history now, see, coming from Benin, coming from then Etsako. This also reflects on the dresses. For instance, traditionally what we were doing was Igbulu. They call it Igbulu. It's a big wrapper you take cover. That is the traditional dressing for men before. Then the women, they tie wrapper. Yeah. And Buba or George, those are the dresses, cultural dresses. But like in the other aspect, which I will, we will deep in the next episode, is the ceremony manhood. For instance, that manhood ceremony, this culture, the dress, the bulu, is very unique. All the people we were taking part in this, they have a particular day that they wear that Igbo. So those are the trends. But the ordinary dresses now reflect on the modern dresses. The good people wear agbada, complete agbada, without being in West. Before, we wear Yoruba dresses, and Muslim, we wear Muslim dresses like Agbada and Jalabia and so on. Then the Christians will also wear coat and so suits. So these are the dresses now that is current. They dress according to the dictates of the time. There's so many things unique about Idegun people. One is the communal life of Idegun people. They do things communally. Even cleaning of the village square is done by girls of age. They sweep the village square, Another thing is the communal work they call Okoko. Okoko is where an average man of age is enjoined to participate in communal cleaning or any event of cleaning in the village, either clearing the weed or any other aspect of communal work, or to go and make bridges and so on, any work. These are the unique aspects, communal aspects. Then, interest, love for each other. As I said, we have different religions. Still yet, when during the time of a Muslim celebration, you will not know who is a Muslim, who is a Christian, or who practice other. Everybody celebrates. The same thing with a Christian festivities, Christmas and New Year. So all these are unique in Idegun tradition. There is a lot of dignity and pride of an Idegun man. One, Idegun people don't steal. However, despite that they are from rural area, whatever is their status in life, they uphold their dignity. They don't steal. Two, the women don't prostitute. It's highly forbidden. The woman has a dignity in Idegun, whether they go born or married. And the moment you are married, a woman in Idegun, you become an Idegun person. And there are some taboos with the women imbibe as soon as they are married to Idegun people. The same thing with the men. And an Idegun man is, I would say, is proud because he's not a person who goes about, talk about, drink about, or misbehave about. These are the uniqueness and the dignity and average Idegun man uphold. And whatever work is given to them, they do it honestly and with all sense of seriousness. So I think that is necessary for us to know. Idegun is not just an island. They are within a community. It's just a village within a community. And this community is known as a clan. And the name of that clan is Anwain clan. And let me briefly say, why is it Anwain? It's a mixture. That is Anwain. That is Anwain. We are mixed. That is actually the name of why we are Anwain. How? One, the other villages came from other places, not originally the descendants of Opoimalo. So most of the other villages were not, they did not migrate from Benin or from Medungu with Opoimalo. So they came. Now let me start with one by one. We talk of Eware. Eware came from Ibie. How did Eware came about? Eware was discovered by also a hunter who went to the bush to hunt. That hunter was from Irioba. Irioba, the brother of Idegun, that later became a village. And I will briefly explain how they became a village. So when he saw the man and so on, then he queried with his, he was about to even attack the man. Then the man said, that is, I lost. That is the real meaning of it. So when he now brought him back home and said, these are the people who lost Eware. That is why the name Eware came about. Enegua, those who lost, who were found. So that is Eware. Now you now have another village also that is our neighbor, that is a part of Anwain, which is Amma. Amma also originally from Asia, who are our neighbor, Afuda and others. That's how they came. It now became a part of Anwain. Then you have Ebora, and that Ebora too came from around the Jagbe area and so on. And why the name Ebora? They were found with wood or so on. A person went and saw man holding wood and so on. That's how he captured him and brought him home. And that is people from the wood. Ebora. That is Ebora. That is the village. So, like I have said, these are the people, the villages are neighbor. But the original people, like as I said before, you have Uzoki, you have Ibioba, they were original brothers of Idegun. So when they grew up, when their father died, their Okomana died, Idegun now settled Uzoki to 2 kilometers. Go and settle there. So up to today, that is why Uzoki is. Then the other brother is Ibioba. He settled that one again, another 2 kilometers from Uzoki. And that is the village you have Ibioba. But all these villages, 5 villages, like they are now the villages that comprise Anwain clan. That is why you have Anwain clan, which is a community. So these are the neighbors and the villages that compose Idegun. Me talking are from Osele family. And that Osele family is unique in Idegun too. Why? Because the wife of Okpekmalo, that is the ancestors of Idegun or Anwain, when she died, was buried in Osele family. So that is all up to today. When people celebrate manhood, which we will also deal with, because we cannot complete this documentary without talking about ceremony like manhood. So till today, if manhood ceremony is performed, it is traditional for all those people, all the men and women who are of age that celebrate manhood, to go to your family to have their seat there, to sit down there briefly before they come. Without doing that, their manhood ceremony is not complete. To know more about Idegun people, follow this page, like, and subscribe. Thank you.